Hello, Poopsies. Thank you for joining me. Before this begins, if you could take a quick second to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and hit all notifications, and check my website, TonyBomboni.com. Using these coupon codes below, I'm always available every single day for readings. You just book and you'll receive the video in your inbox within 24 hours. You can ask me any question. You know, I receive all sorts of questions, all from all walks of life. There's no judgment. Nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be embarrassed. You know, it's confidential. Or you just want a general reading, I can do that. I can also do it in ASMR style. But not only tarot, you can also check out my other services I offer as well. All right, so thank you so much. And I cannot wait to hear from you and see from you, I guess. Okay, so so here is going to be a new style of video I decided to try. So it's called Pick a Pendant Reading. So I've never really, I don't know, I've seen something similar done, but not in this style where you like pick a pendant and then the way I do the cards, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. But I decided to try my own little technique, okay? So maybe if you like it, I can keep doing something similar. This is going to be pendant one, which is not really pendants. These are kind of necklaces and just decor in general. I will buy pendants, actual pendants, if you do like this video. This is going to be pendant one. It's the circle of protection. This is going to be pendant two. Okay, pendant two. And this is going to be pendant three, the fish. Okay. So pendant one, circle of protection, pendant two. I think this was Tree of Life. I'm not sure what logo this was. I should know this. And pendant three is the lucky fish. Okay. 1, 2, 3. For this, you can pick two or more. Yeah, you can pick 1, 2, or 3. And that's fine. Okay. All right, let's begin. So this is a unique style reading. We're not going to be using all 10 cards. That's not what this is about. This is why I show you now. How this is done exactly. Just need to create some space here. Okay, so those picked pendant one. This is what we're going to do. So I'm going to, oops. You did not see that card. Okay. I'm going to lay the cards down like this in tens. Kind of like 5 on this side. And 5 on this side, okay? So I will pick up my pendant and center it exactly in the center. Okay. And I will let the pendant just be guided on its own, and it's going to go in the direction of the card it needs to go. Please be guided to the card that my poopsie needs to know. Please, dear pendant, go in the direction the card my poopsie needs to know now. It's this one. Yep. It's this card. Okay. Okay. The 2 of Wands. So, I feel as if your journey is taking you somewhere unknown. You're preparing for your next adventure. Part of you is hesitant, though. It's as if you want to move on with your life, but you can't. It's making it complicated because you're holding yourself back. You know you have a long road ahead, but you can only go so far. There's so much behind you, but there's so much ahead of you, so try not to look back. Okay? What's the saying? If you look back, you turn into a pillar of salt, right? That's in the Bible. So it's just a fun way of saying, like, not look back, or you'll be frozen in time, right? You'll just be stuck in the past. So I have a feeling you want to observe that, but try not to do that, okay? Put your best foot forward, but also don't just put one foot forward. Put both feet forward, confidently, moving ahead into your future, your reality that you create, not anyone else. Now, for the first time, I am noticing something here on the wrist. It's sort of like a necklace, a bracelet, but it's like an arrow pointing up. It's weird. So it's like there's only up from here. Okay? You're guarded. You're at the top. You're viewing everything, right? Like you're so precautious. You want to make sure what's beyond there, but you can't see from the tower. There could be sharks in the water, but you have to cross the water bravely, right? So I wouldn't worry, fret too much about what's in the water, but just move, okay? You know what that means for you. Like, don't worry about what's up ahead, what lies ahead. You just make sure that you get there. Because you're just simply looking at a map of a globe in your hand. You don't know the layout of the land, right? You're not even dressed for the water, first of all, so how are you even going to get there? Maybe you plan to use the wand as a raft. You make a bunch of wands into a raft or life support, or like an oar to help you canoe yourself across. You're sort of planning your life ahead is what I'm trying to say. But I think you're being a little over strategic about it. Why not just go and flow in the water like a buoy? Go with the flow. Do not fear what's up ahead. There's so much fear right now. Unnecessary amounts, actually. About everything in general. I think if we all just take a moment to breathe and calm down and not over-evaluate, over-plan everything, you'll find that your mind opens up to more. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're so clouded by this unnecessary fear that you don't allow yourself to take the risk you should. You forgot why you are here to begin with. There's so much distraction around you right now. And around everyone. The globe represents everyone. So I feel like you need not forget that. You have to remember who you are and why you came here before all of this started to happen. Okay? And it's also a nice reminder not to look at the world, not to look at what other people are doing. Make your own life raft. Make your own life vest. Maybe rip some of these clothings and use some shears and some yarn and, make your own project, right? That could be also for creativity. Like, you make your own into whatever is best for you, right? Make it your own. Don't focus what others are doing. Okay, Poopsie, so that was your card. Yeah, I'll actually put it down. Okay. Let's pick one card now. A card that my Poopsies should know, dear Pendant. Guide us to a card, dear Pendant, that a Poopsie should know now. And this pick a card 1. What is the message? What else do they need to know right now in this reading? Thank you, Pendant. Please guide us to the card that our Poopsies needs to know right now, watching this YouTube video. This card. Thank you. Thank you, Pendant. I always want to thank the Pendant and charge it with your energy. If you do end up doing pendant work, I've been doing this for some years. I like to find lost items, lost clothing, like, where's my phone? Like, I feel like my friend is, I don't know. Like, if you have a question, right? Like, if your friend is like, how do I say it? If your friend is maybe, let's say, not talking to you, for example, right? So you can put like your own yes or no cards, like, do they want to reach out to me or not? Yes or no, and the pendant will move. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that with anything. If someone is lost or missing, what direction are they? North, south, whatever. Okay. Ooh, okay. So interesting. Interesting. Guys, I've been drinking this Pepsi Mango. It's so good. Oh my god, like, it's really good. Okay, so we have here the Devil in reverse. So this right off the bat is telling me that whatever. Oh my gosh, no way. See? There's no coincidences in tarot reading. You're protected, okay? It's like the circle of protection. You're protected, you're watched over. All right, this is the opposite of the devil. So whatever restraints you've had with someone, perhaps a past partner, maybe you guys broke up, treat it as the chains breaking. Okay, they're no more. They cannot bind you and hold you. See how they're all chained? I mean, heck, they're even chained. I mean, come on. Like, really? Like, really? Right? Whatever held you back at one point or another is no more. Okay? It's no more. And it can no longer do that to you, okay? No matter who was there with you. It feels as if this was like a mutual agreement between you two, right? I'm gonna stop playing with this, I'm sorry. You two sort of wanted to be with each other, but it's like you were only chaining yourself to this wildebeest creature here, right? As we know as the devil. And it's like it almost felt like maybe there could have been a dark force watching over you two, like managing the relationship, right? It's not saying that it was based on that. I'm just saying it felt like that, and it was holding you back so much, and the chains had to break free now, okay? And now you were meant to be free, okay? You were meant to be maybe not with someone else right now, but you were meant to figure this out, to break free and to realize what it was about between the two of you. So if you're currently with someone, this can represent that it may be a time to cut free from any expectations you two have of each other. If you guys are very commanding toward each other, bossy, that type of behavior is not going to work itself out right now, okay? It's not in the chart. And it's even a Mercury retrograde now, so right now is not the time to even commit and bind. This also goes with binding contracts. Contracts are like this. You buy a new car, you are like this, and you don't even know it financially. And it's on a loan, and you have to pay it in 6 years, you are like this. You might as well be good as this, because that is what a contract does. It's binding. So maybe you're comfortable being bound like that. Fine, that's cool for you. But maybe you have to be bound. Maybe you have to go through a binding. agreement of some sort. But now is not the time to do that, because you are supposed to wait until this grade cycle is over, okay? Which is in November, so November would be the appropriate time. There's something with the number 15 here. Maybe you were bound to this person 15 weeks, months, days, years. Heck, I can't believe I'm saying this. Could even be 15 lifetimes, okay? I mean, there could be a karmic contractual binding to this person, especially if we've all had that friend where like, oh my God, you're like my soulmate. We click, we love each other so much. That's probably a karmic soul, like you two agreed to meet each other on this planet. So when you're that heavily invested in someone and love them that much, remember the change though. You're either comfortable being chained and bound to this person, or you despise it with all your might. So now is the time during a Merc RX cycle to determine from this foot forward, from this moment on, do I want to continue being bound and trapped? Or am I deserving of more freedom? Or can I maybe guide them? You can't ever help anyone, but can I guide this soul to wake up to the reality that maybe this isn't the best thing for the two of us? Maybe it is. Maybe we're both meant to be here, but how can we guide each other to elevate so that we don't have to feel the binds and the traps of this sort of connection? Okay. Am I only doing this because it feels good? Or, so it's a very evaluative time for you, okay? It's as if you are studying before the examination, okay? So now is the time to reflect on social cues and aspects as well. How am I perhaps coming across and treating other people? How do we let go of what the devil used to bind and trap us, is what I'm trying to say. How can we fool him, right? Like, how can we make it so that we are free from his reign? All right, so now's the time to do that. And I think it's linking me back to that one card. I maybe should not have put it away. But yes, I did mention not to over-evaluate, but at the same time, not over-evaluate in terms of moving forward with your life. I'm more implying over-evaluate your current situation, not your future one, okay? You want to do the opposite. You're the type of person that wants to over-evaluate your future. No, the future you cannot manifest now because you're in the present. It's impossible. You want to over-evaluate your current present circumstance so that you make sure your future is flowing smoothly. But don't keep yourself stuck to these chains because it's comfortable and it feels good. The devil likes to make everything comfortable and feel good. He's fooling you. He's the biggest fool of all, actually. He's just sitting on that stupid platform. He's fooling us all. He's telling you that, yeah, it's okay. You can lounge around all day and not work on your career. It's okay. You deserve it. But he does not want to see you progress. So, if you don't believe in devil, of course, obviously this is just metaphorical for your progress here, okay? We all have devil and angel in us, okay? So it's like part of ourselves that are conflicting and contradicting. So make sure those connections are solid with this person, okay? Before you move forward with them. Otherwise, you're going to either feel like you're chained to them all your life, or you're just going to be self-inflicting this trap. And I feel like you two are so attracted to each other. You're so drawn to each other. Even if it's friendship, it could be like sexual attraction. So there could be and there could be some confusion. Devil likes to create confusion and chaos. So keep that in mind with your relations moving forward, okay? So that's that. I just felt like I only needed to pick 2 cards for now, maybe 3 in the future. But I wanted to kind of like a new beginner at this pendant reading. I mean, I've done this work before. I just have not done it in years. So it's sort of like, it's refreshing. It's new, okay? That was your pick a pendant 1. If you pick Peter Pepper picked up. I mean, seriously, if you let me try that again. That was your pick a pendant 1. If you picked pendant 2, there we go. The thing. I don't know. This is probably like "Oh Mani Padme Hum" or like "Namaste." Who knows what that is? I don't know what that is. I have never seen that in my life. Actually, I have, but I'm just playing with you. All right, let's see what the pendant 2, pick a pendant 2, is trying to guide us today. Okay, so pick a pendant 2. All right, we want to respect the pendant. Okay, it's energy work, so we're gonna thank it for being here. Thank you for allowing me to channel the divine guided messages for pick a pendant 2 for my poopsies. Please move in the direction of the card that my poopsies need to know, the first card today. Please move into the direction of the first card that my poopsies need to know today. Thank you. What is the message that they should be aware of right now? Thank you, Pendant. We love you, Pendant. We're sending all our good energy to you to make sure this is an accurate response. That this reading comes through to anyone who needs to hear the divinely guided messages from the universe and from God. Your lovely, beloved God. What's the card? Pick a pendant. Okay, is that card number 3 or 4? Maybe I should get closer. Is it 3 or 4? Please move in the direction of the card you implied. It was 4. Thank you so much. Okay, so some of you are maybe going through financial difficulties and struggles. Some of you perhaps are seeing that there's like a grass is greener on the other side type of approach, type of deal, but it's not coming through. There's a lot of like sunshine from this one Pentacle 1 card. I love this card. It's it always has a lot of positivity, but this is in reverse, so we have to keep in mind the message and the effects of the message overall. I do see here sort of like these flowers remind me of withering flowers. Like maybe you feel like you're spending all your money. I mean, everything's gone so expensive through the roof, and so you've had back-to-back emergency expenses and encounters that have been making you feel maybe even like a failure. Maybe you couldn't save some money this month. It may have something to do with your yard. Maybe you were planning things, or maybe you had yard work to pay someone, or the yard could, like, again, represent your bountiful fruits, okay? And that they're not that bountiful. There's just withering flowers, so it represents how you feel about it. It's not that it's actually withering away, it's because it doesn't look dead. It's just more like, that's how I look at it now, because that's the message I'm picking up now, is that it's the same with your finances. It will start to affect your finances, the way you feel, the energy you are emitting and outputting. You only attract what you are emitting. So when you emit lack, you are lack. You are bringing lack to your bank account and thus to your life, because unfortunately that's our life for the most part. You have a good quality life, you probably have some money. If you have a not so good life, you don't like your life, you don't have many resources, well, you probably don't have much, right? Like, that's just how it is on this earth. It's not everything. I never ever agree that money is everything. Absolutely not. In fact, I despise that it has to be made as if it's everything. It's really not. But on a level of an approach where you want to bring about a certain bountiful fruit in your life, of course it's important right now. Okay, so we have to think at least a little bit realistically, but at the same time we have to understand that we have sometimes brought upon ourselves certain situations repeatedly based on our past actions, behaviors, thought patterns, belief systems, the people we hang around. So if you allow certain people to be around your bountiful fruit, are they going to respect you and not eat your fruit and not touch it? Or are they just going to look at it and admire it and praise you and respect you for your hard work? So ask yourself that. There could be some people that you're needing right now to take away from your life because of this harmful approach. Like you're putting up a chicken fence or in a garden and the bunnies don't respect you. They don't know you. All they want to do is eat your carrots and stuff, right? Maybe you need to build a fence around that. Protect your assets, your wealth, your worth in general. Protect yourself, your heart. See, there's an opening here. Anyone can just get in. And you're just giving and offering. Maybe you're being very generous. Maybe you're tithing too much. Okay? I personally don't believe there's such a thing as tithing too much, but on a realistic approach, maybe you are. It would be foolish to tithe 80% of your income, right? Maybe 20 max, like even that's a stretch, right? Like, I mean, we want to be responsible, right? So make sure that you give to those who need, and you give to those you want to support, of course, but at the same time, you ensure that you are good, right? That everything is in check here. Because it reminds me of a video game, like, what was that farm Facebook game we used to play like 10, 15 years ago? Like, all of us have played at one point or another in our lives, like this stupid game that wastes so many minutes of your day. Like, you have to check on your farm and manage it and make sure no one's eating your crops, and then that you can afford to buy new land or whatever, farm whatever saga, I don't remember, but there's a bunch of games like that. So make sure that all the hours wasted in your life doing that game is channeled instead in your life, and to make sure that you're not just playing games with your life, and you're not just actually just, let's say, playing video games all day, and it's good for the brain and all that, but that you actually channel that energy productively rather than leveling up your avatar. Level up your own life. How can I increase my credit score? How can I max as much as I can a credit limit, so that, not max out their card, goodness no, but I'm saying like max out your limit so that you can have more space, thus more credit, like finance stuff. You can educate yourself. Now's the time to. The first of Pentacles is always like the beginning. How can I grow this? How can I be a new beginner here? If you already advanced and you got your, I don't know, you got your 850 score and you good, right? Your 6-figure, 7-figure income. Okay, then the message for you is strictly, how can I level up this new business? How can I level up this new approach? How can I, maybe instead of only focusing on money, also changing my viewpoint? Maybe that's why you want to give more. Maybe you want to share your wealth now with others, right? Maybe you want to teach other people. That's a new beginning, right? Like, and if you haven't done that before. So maybe you want to go back to school now that you're rich and all that. Okay, fine. Maybe you want to just now study anything that was always in your heart as a kid, right? You wanted to be an archaeologist, you wanted to be a pilot, go study that. You have the money, you have the time now, go do it, right? New beginning. You don't have to make money from it, you don't have to make a single stinking dime from it. You just do it because it's a new beginning. So that's the message for you. I'll leave it aside here for now so that the pendant can be pulled to the direction of the second card. Thank you so much, pendant. Please go and move toward the direction of the card of your choosing that my poopsies need to know right now. The second card in this Pick a Card 2 reading. Thank you so much. We love you. please move in the direction of the card that we must pick for Pick a Pendant 2. Thank you. Okay, is that 7 or 8? Let's move closer and see. Is the card 7 or 8? Eight. Thank you so much. And when I say we love you, it's not that I'm worshiping the necklace itself. No, it's just we love the source, God, who is guiding and channeling the message through the pendant, right? Like, okay, so, interesting. Okay. There could be someone in the way of you, holding you back. Fascinating why this approach is here. Someone maybe not so happy for you. Could be a toxic person in your life that this feels more like love or relationship type rather than friendship. If I'm honest with you, someone you could have already been partnered, or an ex energy, like an ex partner wanting to come back now and being like, oh, I've changed, or oh, I have something better to offer you. Guess what? All they're offering you is this stinky, rotten fish in a cup. He probably walked so many miles. Look, his raggedy, dirty clothes, look, falling behind him. He done came from the beach and he's offering you this dead, rotten fish from the water. No, thank you, ex. Bye-bye. Good day. Good riddance. Hallelujah. Okay, guess what? Merc RX brings those exes back. It's like they come from the sea. Like they vanish into the sea and they come back only during this time. Oh, I miss you, baby. I want to be with you. I want to be all over you. And I want to love you. Like, get your hands off me, punk. Right? Like, you're kind of in that energy now. Like, no, I refuse. I rebuke you. Right? Like, what you doing here? You're not married to me. You didn't put a ring on it, honey. I'm with someone else, or maybe I'm happy being single with all my self-love. Like, I can love myself good, right? Like, I don't need you to come back and tell me what to do, how to do, who I'm texting, where I am at, where I'm being. I'm happy being independent in my own beautiful relationship. Because yes, there's the best relationships, the healthiest ones are where you're still independent. No one's nagging you. No one's asking you where you're going, what you're doing all the time, jealous type. You don't need them energies. I feel like this person could have been like, could be Pisces, Scorpio, energies. Okay. I'm not sensing Cancer. I'm sensing Cancer's a bit different but Pisces, Scorpio energies where they're like, I don't really see Pisces this way either, to be honest, but for some reason Pisces and Scorpio are strictly coming through. Okay. That could be you, or that could be the person you are with, or both. Okay, it could even be their rising signs, but they can sometimes be a little heavy and toxic in the emotions. Okay, like deeply involved in the emotions. Okay, in relationships specifically is what I'm trying to say. And when it's a toxic relationship, I mean specifically, not just any relationship, then it sort of taints the person, right? Like the Pisces picks up a lot of the other person, and so if they're in a toxic relationship, they start to be toxic too. So that's the sort of like you're just picking up their energy. It's not that it's your fault. So, but I feel like mostly this person is the Pisces Scorpio mix. Could even be a mix. Okay, they could even be both as well. But most of all, you guys, I'm trying to say that, see on the exterior, they're coming across sweet and kind of look, they have like the lotus petal flowers and whatever. Like, they didn't even buckle their belt properly. This is the Page of Cups. They're not the Knight. They're trying to be the Knight. It's on their mind, but they got their silly hat on, like they're so young and still have a long way to go in life. So it's someone you've moved on from. Maybe you just wanted them to stop talking to you, and they're still persistent. Like, oh baby, please, just one heart emoji, please. Like, whoosh, like leave me alone. Like, I don't want you here, right? You definitely don't want these energies to come through, because if you accept these energies during a regrade cycle, honey, you're gonna have to deal with them the next 3-4 months until the next one, and the next one until you learn the darn thing. Because you have to realize these people are like the tricksters, okay? They could be the bunnies in your garden eating from your fruits. Man, oh man. Or if you're the rich one, right? They want what you have. Oh no, honey. Oh no. They need a deep cleansing, okay? They need a spiritual cleansing. They need a healing. They need Jesus. I'm being exaggerating right now with I don't mean to insult or criticize them, but you know what? I almost feel the frustrating tension that you've been dealing with this person for so long, and they keep wanting to come back in your life, and they see those pictures of you and you're happy now without them, and they cannot stand it. You know, Scorpio can be jealous, spiteful, bitter, resentful. Ooh. Okay, so make sure that you know who you are and that you do not need this person to make you happy or validate you. Work on yourself, work on your life, work on your new projects if applicable, and without this person, okay? They have nothing new to bring, the same rotten, smelly fish, and it's not like you can eat that fish for dinner, okay? All you can do is slap it in their face, right? Like a rubber chicken. So I would not even respond to this person. I would not give them the light of day. If you don't want to be rude, okay, fine. No, I'm being serious. Please do not respond to them. End of story. Okay, that was your reading. Okay. If they haven't come through yet, oh, they will. Just wait. They will. All right. Pick a petal. I'm mixing up my P's. Pick a pendant. I was going to say even pick a pentacle. Okay. All right. Pick a poopsie. I'll call this pick a poopsie 3. Let's pick a poopsie 3. I like this. I actually like this more than the traditional pick a card. You know, I think I'm going to do this from now on. I hope you like too. Okay. Alrighty. So let's pick up fish 3. Pick a fish. Oh my gosh, pick a fish. What am I saying? Oh my god. Pick a pentacle. Pick a pendant 3. What's going on? Even the pendant's like, dude, stop. Pick a pendant 3. Please channel the divine guided message to the card. Oh, she done went straight to 6. Okay, never mind. I don't want to assume right away. Please go directly to the card. We need to know. Pick a pendant 3. Directly to the card that my poopsies need to know. The message that my poopsies need to know. I think she's meaning 5. Is it 4 or 5? I think she's struggling because oh, it works. She meant 5. Because the fish is just one-sided, right? It's hard. She can only go like up, down, left, right. Like she can't go multi-directionally, but it's 5. It's 5. You just know intuitively too. Okay, so for you, it was more, that's why I said I want to get an actual pendant because I can't play around with these props and toys and such. 5 is the Hermit in reverse. So for this specific card and this specific reading, it's as if you have traversed a long and tedious path. You grew old and tired. And now you want to rest, but actually you're only halfway there. Do not be fooled or deceived by how far you've come when you have still a ways to go. I think we tend to be very lazy sometimes, human beings, human nature. It's cool, right? Honestly, we're not meant to work a 9 to 5, 5 to 6 days a week. That in itself was a human construct because humans like to make each other suffer. But anyway, I won't go into that. My point is, yeah, you do need your time, but at the same time, with this day and age in this world we're in, there's no time to waste. So this doesn't have to imply a physical job, a career, work, okay? It can imply anything where you feel you need a break from, but you can't because you are either not able to be alone. Maybe you need your alone time in your space and you can't do it, okay? You're traversing through the crossways and the paths and the roads, and you're still feeling like you're stuck, lost, confused in the middle of a wintry forest at night, and you only have this measly lantern and wand to help guide you, this pole, this shaft, right? Your feet are cold, you're tired, you're growing old and tired of the same. So whatever that implies as an analogy toward your life and your circumstances and your situation. The belt, keep in mind the belt. I did see the belt in the last reading. I don't know why they look so poorly tied, but you traversing in these clothes in the winter is not the wisest judgment on your part. What is it that you need to shield yourself and protect yourself from before moving onwards? Maybe you're planning a trip. This can apply with you planning a trip, or you're already on that trip, but what did you forget? Why did you come here to begin with? Maybe you are avoiding something and you're getting away from the thing you actually should be doing, okay? The buckle the belt expression is always for someone who just needs to sit down and do the work. So perhaps instead of continuously going down this path, maybe pause, gather some warmer clothing, some leather on your back, so that you can make the rest of the journey. Because you don't know what's ahead. You can only see a few feet in front of you with that lantern. You don't know if there's a big, snowy, cold, windy mountain with wolves that you have to cross. Those wolves, you're done if you're in these clothes. Metaphorically speaking, remember, what does that imply for your life? Sit and think about it for a bit. Just really sit. Look at this image or close your eyes and sit. And what does that mean for you? I'll give you a moment, and the first thing that comes in your mind is the message for you. Take some deep breaths. I mean, I will give you some time to ponder it because I feel like you don't know. I feel like you're kind of questioning what that could be. There's something more to this story. I almost want to pick a card. What is this thing? What is this specific thing they're avoiding or needing to do? Needing to continue down the path of hardship. You've been through a lot. You've been through so many things in your life. Poopsie. Pendant 3. You have just really traversed through so much, so many battles. You've won other people's battles for them as well. You took on too much. How are you supposed to? Of course you're tired. How are you supposed to move on when you're doing everyone's job for them? That's not right. That's not the way of happiness and peace. You have to be responsible for yourself. There's no one else to help you but you, honey. Okay? So make sure that you got your back. Instead of taking these swords that people have stabbed you in your back and leaving them there to wound you, take them and fight instead of this measly wand, right? Like, use that resource to get you to where you need to go. Okay? You've built this fortress around yourself, and that's why you want to close yourself off in a way, is because of this pain and this hurt and all this suffering you've been through. It's no wonder. Some of you also are choosing only to see a few feet ahead. You're choosing ignorance. I know that's hard, but you're choosing to only use a lantern when you could use one of them distant flashlights. You're afraid to see what's up ahead because you've been through so much already. You don't even want to know. Part of you maybe doesn't even want to know more in this reading. Okay? What else do we need to know? Pick a pendant. 3. One final outcome card for pick up Pendant 3. What is the last thing my poopsies need to know for pick up Pendant 3? Six. Beautiful ending though. The end is nothing but pure happiness and love. Okay, so I don't think you could see it now because you're halfway there. Even if you shine the biggest flashlight possible, there's a big mountain ahead of you. I keep seeing like there's a big mountain to cross. So make sure that you know and you have faith at the other side of the mountain. It has to be. Do you know why? No planet is only made of mountains. Across that mountain, there's always going to be something better. Always an easier path to cross. You can't cross a mountain and then not expect a valley near it. There has to be. It's inevitable. So make sure you understand that maybe you got yourself in a tough situation. But there is a pathway that will lead you to your happiness. Where you can wear light, breezy clothing and enjoy the sunlight and the rainbows. This could represent family, children, if that's what you want. That will work itself out. If you're suffering with IVF and stuff like that, adoption, agencies, foster care, you name it, it will get easier and better, okay? You will get victory. You will get to see. Some of you, this could represent, what is it called? Not conservatorship. Courts to deem when the parent can see the child, that sort of thing. That will be okay. All right, there can be equal custody, custodian, okay, or fairness in that play, okay, in that game. So you ensure that you will also, the messages will also, after crossing this journey, after getting through some hardship, that your children, if applicable, will have the best life possible, and they will have the resources to know how to cross as well. Maybe you teaching them hunting or tools of your trade. Maybe you educate them what even the school system can't do, or you just ensure that they know what you know so they can survive in this life. Also here I'm mostly seeing, for some of you who not having family, not wanting family, that you are going to connect well with your family. Okay, maybe there was some hardship in family where people didn't talk to each other, and now you are, and there's peace and happiness at home. Or in when you go visit them for Thanksgiving and Christmas, that there is a union. Maybe you miss them so much and you want to go see them, right? It's nothing but positivity. All right, so are you going to their event or their party, their celebration? So there's a gathering of sorts, okay? I feel like by summer, it's going to be okay. June, I keep seeing like June 2022. It's going to be all right. Maybe it was just a prolonged year for you because you were away from them and you couldn't visit them, okay? Or you didn't talk to each other. There was some hard feelings of some hardship, okay? So now is the end. Pure emotional healing. I feel like through that journey of you crossing, you're going to heal, okay? You're going to heal yourself emotionally from any past issues, pains, and turmoils you went through. Look, 10 of Swords to 10 of Cups, 10-10, right? The end of a bad cycle, the beginning of a new one. This also is 9 here, so 9 to 10. That could mean 9 to 10 more months, which makes sense because November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, end of June is 9 months, so I would say be on the lookout for that, okay? And that everything will work itself out, and that you will have healed mostly all parts of you by just taking care of yourself and retreating away from what no longer serves you. And your higher good, on this planet. All right. Thank you so much for watching, Poopsies. I hope you enjoyed the divinely guided messages. Again, if you would like to book your own tarot reading session from me, you go ahead and go on that website of mine, TonyBomboni.com. Okay, I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.